Oh, yeah. It's straight stank in here because there's men up in this house because we womping up the jams, womping up. It's raining men, y'all. And I'm outside with a bunch of buckets trying to catch whatever I can. We got a couple educators in this house giving us some realness. I hope everyone takes off their shirts. Yeah.
Do you think this is fucking Magic Mike? Marissa, this is not Magic Mike.
But
these
it
are
feels
educators.
like it, doesn't it?
Why? Because there's more than one man in the room?
There are some young men here in this room. I've been looking at your hand dog face for too long.
Excuse me, what word did you just describe?
Hang dog face.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means like, well, Marissa, keep it tight.
Keep it tight?
Let's be.
What is the reference, hang dog? What is that specific to?
It looks like you look like one of those old dogs you'd see on a southern porch, you know, sipping on some sweet tea.
A dog sipping on sweet tea? Are you just trying to show off?
No! You're trying to show off.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to the podcast, gentlemen.
We're going to do it again. Stop.
No!
Don't speak. If you want to be spoken to with respect, you will deliver respect out the gate.
You know what I hear?
It would be more like this. Okay? Well, this old yeller is asking you to do it again.
All right. Oh, yeah. It's raining dogs up in here because what?
Oh, you've totally lost yourself. You have totally lost yourself. You are beside yourself inside of your feminine wiles.
No,
this is going to be
I
good.
would be with an older man.
Listen, I've been listening to a podcast about the founder of Stitch Fix, and she was talking about venture capitalists walking into a room with a venture capitalist. Okay,
take them titties out and say, "Give me all your money." Oh,
yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. Why don't you get your dinner plate areolas out, covered in hair, and see what happens. See how that goes for you.
Hey, don't cockblock me here.
I'm glad you have a bra on. That's all I'll say.
It's a push-up bra. It's a push-up. I'm
pushing
one
of those water bras?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? Goodwill? They don't even make those anymore.
It's been punctured. Yes, I got it at Goodwill. It's been punctured. But what it's taken is my floppy pancake titties and pushed them up. And they're spilling out over the sides.
Before this podcast started, our guest asked us about vulgarity and what was appropriate. And what did I say?
You go, oh,
okay.
Yeah, well, don't try to be dirty, but
Welcome to Womp It Up, everyone.
Welcome to Womp It Up. I'm Marissa Wompler. I don't know how old I am. I've been a senior for... I'm killing it on this show.
You're doing great. You're just doing great.
I'm charming as
You're
hell.
filled up the house at Largo and you're killing it. Okay?
I have been a senior for I don't know how long, but I am currently enrolled in the Stars Academy, which is AKA known as the Spaz Academy, which these gentlemen, I hope, will be joining us this week to give their opinions on how we could shake it up, because God knows we need a refresh.
I don't need anything. I'm all the time going to the table trying to reinvent.
Right. Well, it's going to be nice to hear,
education.
but it's only you, so it's going to be nice to hear what these guys have to say.
And it's only you and a dude in 4 trench coats.
That's right.
Okay?
At any rate, who you just heard wooing is my teacher / soul guide / mentor / former sniper, sliper, Miss Charlotte Listler, who is my teacher at the Stars Academy. And this is a podcast called Womp It Up, in which I am interviewing people in and around the environs of Marina Del Rey and finding out what makes them tick.
We got upcoming, we got hot topics. We got what's cheesing you, and in our last segment, of course, our lovely listeners' love lockdown.
Right, where we answer all of your love questions. But I want to get to our guests. We have 4 gentlemen with us. This is exciting because we've only had one guest, and they're one or two.
From Marina Del Rey.
They're not from Marina Del Rey. They're from Hamilton High, which is in, where is that? Which state is that?
Oh, that's not important.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
you don't we don't need to know where you're
much like
from.
your age.
I want to be able to track
we
down.
The answer could be different at any given time.
Got it. You don't want to make a regional.
Yeah, we don't like regional labels.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
don't like labels because you're here. You've been paid for by the school board to come in and kind of
With cash.
Yes.
With cash.
Oh,
only.
yeah.
You're on a cash only system. Is that your per diem you get in cash, or they also?
Per
Well,
diem,
yeah, we got per diem.
just our daily fee, the final check, it's all cash. For
Yeah,
us.
we
Wow.
got burned by a couple schools because we didn't deliver. So
I
they didn't
see.
deliver the check, so we get cash up front
So you
now.
get cash up front, and you're here to share with us some of your thoughts on how we could shake things up here at Marina Del Rey. Now, I find it fascinating because our high school has cut art, they've cut gym, they've cut music. They've cut literally everything. Social studies
It's a shame.
is thinking about
It's a
being
shame.
cut. We've got
Just a
humanities
shame.
still,
Social
thank God.
studies is thinking about being cut.
It's thinking about
Is
being
it the
cut.
department themselves? They're having a sort of internal discussion
They're
about it?
actually thinking about maybe cutting it.
So they're
And
cutting themselves.
so what
they're
do
gonna
the
cut themselves.
what do
Wow.
the students do with their day?
I don't know because we're in the
We're in a
basement.
separate
So
program.
far, to me, it seems like they've cut the most important things. I mean, I could see an all school that's just theater and gym.
So
Just
could
go
I.
toggling between the two.
Well, I could say just theater because theater is the gym of life.
Well, that is
it's
true,
where you
Todd.
Well,
work
you're
out.
going to love Dr. Lionel Drioche. Please do not bring up recumbent bicycles or dune buggies as his sexual partner was killed.
His lover.
His lover was killed in a. He was.
Did he?
He was riding a recumbent bicycle.
Oh,
and he,
no.
No, he was in
he
a
didn't-
dune buggy
dune
and he
buggy.
ran into somebody riding a recumbent bicycle.
They didn't see the
And
person
he
in the
died.
recumbent bicycle, did they?
That's right, because they're so low to the
was
They
ground.
it?
didn't. Okay.
It was on a dune. It was
They
on
both
an
died.
actual
dune.
They both perished.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know. They both died.
Yeah,
That's good.
They both perished.
That's good. So that's not anything I was involved in. Which is
Well,
nice.
Todd rented. Todd was a dune buggy rental owner.
Do
Yeah.
not
No,
bring
I-
that up. Todd, do not bring that up.
I have tried my best, but it's a business that I am very proud of.
Well, he found a couple of old husks of dune buggies in his backyard, so he started renting them.
Just found him in his backyard, in his spacious backyard.
Yeah, it's a big, sprawling backyard.
It's a big backyard.
We didn't mention Todd lives at the dump.
Yes.
Todd lives at the dump.
Yeah.
See, this is what I don't understand. You guys, we don't have money for any of this stuff, and yet you guys have been hired to come in, and they've given you 2 weeks here. I've seen you at the Salty Dog every night. You guys shoving your face full of popcorn, shrimp, those steak
Oysters on the
fries,
half
oysters
shell.
on the half shell,
Clam strips for days.
clam strips for days, and yet we don't have money for like a pencils, for
Yeah,
some-
Right.
that's our bad. I mean, this black eye I have, I walked into a cornhole game on accident at the Salty Dog last night and got hit pretty hard in the
Those
eye.
are pretty low. What were you doing? Scooting on your bells?
Scooting
Yeah,
on your belly bells?
I was scooting on my bells across the cornhole game.
And it was Nolan Ryan versus Tom Glavine.
Tom Glavine, yeah.
That's right.
There's
It's
two professional
two
baseball
Major League
pitchers.
Baseball
Players
pitchers
from
were
the
playing
90s.
cornhole.
Yeah.
Wow.
So those things.
Well,
were
we have a
popular
lot of
then.
retired athletes here, professional athletes here. They get a nice condo, with a view
Yeah.
of the water. So you got
That's
to.
where we were really. They actually put us up in a really nice condo for.
Jesus
for
Christ.
Yeah.
Airbnb.
Yeah.
All
Well,
four of you together?
yeah. It
I
was,
think it's VRBO. It's
Yeah.
the fancier one.
Yeah. It's.
Oh, like a home away.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's got a jacuzzi tub. It's got a nice
like what
panoramic
you're talking
view
about.
on the roof.
Yeah, I think based on the pictures around, I think it's where Anderson Cooper weekends.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Because it's filled with photos of him and friends.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should allow them to introduce themselves, right?
Please,
Because I'd like
please.
to just go around and tell us your name and kind of your specialty.
What your specialty is.
And then we'll talk
Yeah.
about why you're here.
Well, my name is Sam Weatherman. I teach the youngsters about driver's ed and also leadership, student government. I'm a very responsible adult, and I'm trying to teach that to the children.
Now, is
like
that
that.
why you're growing? Because I can see you're trying to grow some facial hair.
Yes, I'm trying.
But you are. I mean, how old? How old would you say you are?
I don't know.
You don't like to say.
I
You don't like
don't
to
like
say.
labels.
Yeah, I don't love labels. My birth certificate was lost on purpose by my mother, and she would never tell me why or how old I was. But
Okay,
I'm
but you're trying to look older. Is
I'm
is
trying to
what's
look
going on?
older so that
Maybe
the kids
hipper.
respect me.
Because,
Yeah,
facial hair is all the rage now.
That's right.
Especially
Right.
at Go Get 'em Tiger.
And Sam,
That's
are
right.
those plugs?
On the bottom, absolutely. These are chin plugs.
Yeah.
These are chin plugs from the back of my scalp.
Yeah, you didn't have a strong facial hair line, so you did some plugs.
Well, that's strong hair that grows on the back of your scalp.
That's
near the
strong,
nape of your
smooth
neck.
hair.
That is strong, wiry hair. Yeah.
And the mustaches, is that a rug?
The mustache is, yes, from a rug at home.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Wow, like a shag rug. So that's kind of, it's a little distracting, but I see what you mean.
You want to get down on their level.
Yeah,
Yes.
you want to get down on their level.
Well, a couple of kids had more facial hair than I did, and they
Sure.
really didn't respect me for that. But now that I have this facial hair, everyone has seemed to respect me a little more.
Because your face looks like a bad drawing of a man.
Thank you so much.
It does. Like if you asked a toddler to draw what their father looks like,
Yeah.
you know,
Quick.
and their eyes
Hurry.
are hurried,
Yeah.
like and like the eye is askew.
Good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what
Well,
you-
I don't like anything that's too photorealistic. It usually makes me sad. So
Right, your face is kind of absurdist.
Yeah.
my face is kind of
Well,
absurd.
because
Surrealist.
you're all about that uncanny valley stuff, where it's like if it
Exactly.
starts looking too real, it starts actually looking
Hey, you
too
got to
fake.
live the life you were given, you know?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, hey, you've come to the right place. And I'm
you.
interested to hear more about student government because I was thinking I might throw my hat in the race.
Oh, I'd love you to do that.
You know?
Wow.
I think it's time for a woman on the ticket.
That's a big deal.
Because Notori Hakashua, he's been student
That's a man?
president. Notori?
Yeah.
Yeah, Notori Hakashua has been president for 3 years now.
For some
It's
reason,
time to
I thought
unseat
that
him.
was a woman's name.
No. Notori?
Maybe it's just his agenda.
doesn't have-
tampons everywhere.
Exactly.
Because notori is woman and notorious is man, right?
I don't.
Notorious, it's like a feminine and
B.I.G., that's
masculine
right.
version.
B.I.G. Well, anyway, he
That's
runs on
Latin.
an Asian exclusion ticket, and all those Asians that are
No
follow-
Asians allowed?
No inclusion. What is it? An Asian. You
No,
know.
I saw the posters. It's exclusion. It was confusing to me because the name.
all the Asians are voting for him. It's like a
They're
lot of
pro-
self-hating Asians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are and so anyway, Danielle Bartiromo and all of the Asians from UCLA, they've gotten behind him.
Yeah.
And anyway, I think it's time for a woman in charge is what I mean. So I want to hear your thoughts about that. Moving on, we've got Todd Padre.
That's right.
Now, no relation to
Okay.
the Padres.
The San Diego Padres? No relation. No.
Okay.
I get the question all the time. It's a
But
great
you are
question.
bad at baseball.
Yeah, my relation to the team is that they wouldn't let me on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried out. I tried out for the Padres. I think.
You did just like an open call, or
well,
Like a Mark
it, wa-
Wahlberg and Invincible type of situation.
it was similar to that, but it was the wild card of the playoffs. And I said I got myself in there to throw out the first pitch because I told him I was sick because I
Yeah.
look sickly, so you can kind of get by with that.
yeah.
And then
make a wish.
What's that?
You told him
Make a
you were.
wish?
He
So-
fake a wish.
Well,
He
can I
fakes a
say
fake
this
wish,
then?
yeah.
Was there some kid from the Make-A-Wish who didn't get to throw out the pitch?
Well,
Well, yes, he got stuck. I got him stuck in traffic.
that's right.
I pulled some strings.
That's some awful karma you've got following you around.
Well, so far from what I've seen in my life, it can't get any worse. So I don't know that I'd
Okay.
have to be scared
And what
of
happened
karma.
when you threw the pitch out?
Well, it was the first ever pitch to go up. It went right up.
What do you mean?
it was a
Is it
pop-up.
up?
It was a
Straight
pop-up fly. I
Straight
pitched
up.
it, and it was a pop-up fly.
Got it.
And it never came down.
They don't know where it went.
They don't know where.
God
it
caught
went.
The Goodyear blimp did crash, so we have
See,
an idea.
and that's that karma. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
It's a trickle down. It's the trickle down theory
Well,
of economics.
and
that always
Yes.
works.
Yeah.
It works. It works. It works. It works.
Yeah,
Trickle down.
Anything that you can describe as a simple to understand metaphor is the way that money should run. Also, that's what I believe.
So now, what is your specialty, Todd?
Theater and women's studies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got a great. Both of those departments are doing aces as far as I'm concerned. Dr. Lionel Drioche and our women's studies teacher, who I cannot remember her name, but I'm loving
Glad
her.
you brought her up then.
What's that bitch's name? She's having that gross relationship with that kid, that guy.
I don't know.
And she's
teacher?
the teacher of women's studies.
Yeah, she's fucking the music, the band teacher.
Okay, that's my kind of lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
She doesn't fuck students, Todd.
I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Todd, have you ever had sex with a student?
No.
Todd is a registered sex offender.
Uh-oh.
On accident. Todd, tell the story.
How?
Dr. Cheryl Myers.
Dr. Cheryl Myers.
It was an
that's right.
accident.
It was an accident. I was. This is all recapping my history. It's very clear and obvious what happened. But I was nude in a. I use a middle school as my playground, and so I was in the changing room nude.
Why do you need a playground?
For my gym, because I
Gymnasium.
You use a middle school playground
I see,
as
like-
your gym.
That's my gym.
Like
so
people
that's-
Don't
who
say
use-
you use a middle school as your playground.
No, I
that's
used an
tough
elementary school as my playground.
Got it.
So,
But you were doing like an urban gym type of situation, found places to work out.
yes, very urban. I mean, character-wise, I put on a whole urban scene.
Okay.
And so
So you have your
I was changing in
a
the
low
bathroom.
slung jean.
I was changing in the bathroom and I had to take a phone call and I walked back outside forgetting I was nude. But I stand by this. I was more traumatized than the kids because they all pointed at my naked body and said smaller than mine.
Yeah, look, it's
Yeah.
smaller than mine.
Look, it's smaller than mine.
And it's children who tell the truth, you know?
It is.
Well,
Yeah.
you are
That's so
a
true.
tiny man. I mean, you look like you could be 6 or younger physically.
Wow.
Obviously, the way you speak is different. Your brain is of that of a grown man.
That you are the most doctors will say not so.
Like,
Maybe
doesn't
we'll
it-
do some tests later.
Yeah, we should do some
But I'm
tests.
excited to be at the school and kind
Again,
of show the
cannot
women.
understand why you'd be paid to come here. I'm like enraged.
Well, he's one of the best women's studies teachers in all of history because you're
In all of history?
Yeah.
in all of women's history.
Well, and it's Guinness certified.
Guinness.
certified. I will say I hate to interrupt you, but it's
Yeah.
all of herstory.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
very
yeah, Todd doesn't teach. Actually, he just makes mistakes, and the students learned from him.
Oh, like
They learn who
taking
not to
a
be.
call nude in a middle school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I guarantee you, none of my students will ever make
do
that mistake that I
no,
made.
that's you know what? That is a way of learning. You know, I have to make the mistake over and over and over again. I have an on again, off again thing with this kid, Eric Gutterballs. I mean, not kid, he's a teacher, but
grown up man.
yeah. But anyway, you know
His
how
last
that
name's
goes.
Gutterball.
Yeah, well, Gutterman, but
Gutterman.
everyone calls him Gutterballs.
You call him that.
Yeah.
So everyone does.
His last name's Gutterman.
You know what would really pay him back is if I got an older man. Oh yeah,
All right,
not you,
moving
not
on.
the kid that looks.
What's your
I
name?
don't want you.
We're moving
I don't
on.
want you
Hey,
with the shag carpet
hey.
on your upper lip, and I don't
Okay,
want you
well.
that looks like a 6-year-old.
well,
You
hey,
two-
I don't fucking want you either, all
my
right?
God. See,
You're
now
not
that's
my
a-
type.
that's
You
a
are not my
teaching
type,
moment
and
right
I
there.
don't
That's
want
a
Walk in.
teachable moment.
This is an
Delivery
outburst.
respecter. This is what you walk out with.
This is
all
an
right?
outburst you learn from.
Listen
him.
up, dear. I don't need it. All right. So I don't know what you thought I was putting out there. but I don't need
Give
it.
it
Todd,
her the finger.
Todd,
Give her
Todd,
the
you've
finger.
learned this lesson before.
I am
Todd.
happily divorced, lady, and I don't.
Wow.
3 times, Todd. You're
Stop
What
happy.
an
using different
outburst.
words to say women.
Wow.
Stop. They're not
what
helping
an
you.
outburst.
Yeah.
All right.
You need to
now
relax,
you
Todd.
two.
Jeez.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I
Yeah.
still maybe fuck you. I don't know about
Hell
you.
yeah.
Well,
Hey,
Because
hey.
this one to the left looks
Hold
like
up.
he looks like
you guys,
Slee
just
Stack.
gentlemen, will you give us
Like
a
a
moment?
Slee-
Just a moment.
What?
If you were a man and you were speaking this way to a woman,
You can't do that anymore.
yeah, and you can't do that anymore either.
No, women can do whatever they
No,
want.
no.
No, women.
No.
It's
no.
payback time, bitch.
No, you don't just get to walk around.
Every movie is about.
this one I fuck, that one I just suck a dick, and this one I like it down south in the deep. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, that's not how it works.
Yes, you can.
No, you
Because
cannot. No,
it's-
ma'am.
Yes. All the movies are
No,
Jennifer
ma'am.
Garner's like, you killed my family. It's payback time, bitch. Or like fucking
Yeah, but they
the
killed
woman
her
from Grey's
family.
Anatomy.
These gentlemen are here to deliver professional development.
Yeah,
education
well, they're
style.
men, so they should see how it feels.
Oh God.
Now, I don't want to fuck the guy who has the voice
Okay,
of Truman
hey.
Capote, but I may want to fuck the other guy. And that would really help
Now,
me out.
I don't know exactly what Truman Capote's voice sounds like, so which one of us are you referring
She's
to?
talking about Bill's
I'm talking about
ridiculous
Bill
voice.
Cravy.
Talk about my ridiculous voice, which I was born with. I
Okay,
was born-
that
it's
doesn't
not
make
a
it better.
choice.
I think it got
It's not
higher.
It's not. My voice is all over the place. It's ridiculous. I have ridiculous voice. I was either born with it or it was diagnosed. It was not.
Diagnosed as what?
Well, a lot of people call it crazy voice, which is so insulting.
That's
or
demeaning.
lunatic
Mouth.
mouth. Yeah, lunatic mouth or crazy voice. It's ridiculous voice.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, that's what you've
It
been
was-
diagnosed with.
Yeah, it
Sounds like
developed.
self-diagnosed.
It developed. It really came to light during a live show when I was pushing.
You were pushing, meaning
live
you
show.
were pushing like you're trying too hard for a laugh.
Yes,
You guys do
And it
live
stuck.
shows,
We
Occasionally.
yeah.
live professional development.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we do
Assemblies.
We do live assemblies and we
Okay.
record.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I don't know.
hard. It's hard because I would assume you're back with all of these high school aged kids where we're all so desperate for approval
Yes.
and for attention.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
do you feel like that starts to wear you guys
That's a great question.
out?
Well, absolutely, because it's a two-way street. I'd say I need
right.
approval more than the kids.
Yeah, and it's so hard to not only competing with adults for attention, but then when you're trying to steal a teenager's laugh or beat him to a punchline,
Right.
or
tough.
wear a cooler shirt or outfit than them and keep
Right.
up with them, it can be difficult.
Yeah, or if you're like teaching a kid to drive and you get jealous that you don't have control over the car, you want to stomp on that brake on the passenger side.
I see. Just to get them to kind of
Yeah.
have their forehead hit
Show
the
them
hit the
power.
windshield.
Remember,
Yeah.
I have consequence.
Right. I have
Yeah.
wow.
I have consequence.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
that's an aha
Thank
moment.
you.
That's
Thank
an
you.
aha moment.
All
Now,
right. Now, what about Howard Levis?
Levis
yeah.
or Levi's? It's spelled Levi apostrophe S.
Well, I pronounce it Levis. I'm trying to distance myself from the family name. I am.
Are you for the heir to the Levi's
I am
fortune?
an heir to
The
the Levi's
501k?
fortune.
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
dingle in my dangle. Yes.
Well, I actually
There's
think.
money in them. There's gold in them hills.
Speaking of teaching moments, I will say I actually am a biology teacher. I also sometimes double as a sexual education teacher as well because
you know
I've
about it.
got plenty of experience with sexual education and sex stuff and
That's
kids come.
not-
Well, let's be
True.
clear. You have plenty of sex education experience, but no real life.
Right,
sexual
you
experience.
teach.
Now,
Okay.
Those who
Good.
can't do teach.
Yes.
Well, hey, I've not done any of it, and
You accidentally
I would
fucked
love
that
to
coat
be.
rack.
I fucked a coat rack once when I was had eaten a lot of sugar, but I am on board to be taught.
exactly.
Okay.
And, but I think
Wait,
that-
which coat rack?
The coat rack from my house.
Okay, good. I thought I was,
Todd's
Todd,
been
don't get
cheated on a
jealous.
few times.
yeah, I thought I was
And
dating
you were-
a
you were-
philandering coat rack.
Yeah,
all of a
you
sudden.
were seeing a Kohl's coat rack for a while in the women's department.
Well, it's on again, off again. The coats are.
Seasonally, yeah.
Are these one of the jokes that you guys try to do
No,
to
this
one
is
up
not
your
a,
high
this is
school
not a
kids?
joke. This is true.
This is
I've
true.
dated a coat rack for.
Come on, man.
I wish I was joking. I
You
dated
thought
coat
it
rack
was
for-
a woman?
Yes, I
In the
did.
beginning.
In the beginning.
Maybe you should open your ears and hear the fact that they're not speaking back.
Well,
Maybe
that's
that's
how he
a
likes it.
lesson for you about how to talk to a woman.
you should take one of my classes. Actually,
I'm not gonna
You
fucking
should
take one
my
of your classes, you misogynist pig.
I'm not a pig. I am growing and learning every day of my life. I'm from a different era, and so I'm learning what things.
and
are
he
supposed
says
to
that
be
a lot
like.
all the time.
Yes.
You know who was talking? Howard.
it's fine. I'm
My
used to it.
future husband, Howard Levi's,
all right
of
now.
the Levi's,
Hang on now. Hang on.
heir to the
All right,
Levi's.
lie to her about how much sex you've had.
I'm not gonna have to make. I'm not gonna talk about how much sex I have because people who've had sex don't have to talk about it.
That's right.
That's the.
That's
if
right.
you're really doing it, you wouldn't talk about it all the
That's
time. Is
right.
what I tell kids.
Well, it is usually how you start about yourself. You
What?
do usually start talking about sex, and
Well,
you've never had it.
Well,
so.
okay. I've had sex. We all know I've had sex before.
Like what kind of sex?
Oh, all the good kind.
Yeah.
Where you're talking and you're
Talking.
Give us one
yeah.
adjective.
one
You're
ad-
talking about what you need to have done to your body.
yes.
Talking about dirty talk?
Yeah, I've had sex where I've dirty talked. This is a weird
Give
this
us
is a
one
weird
line
place.
of dirty talk.
I think this is a weird place. Okay, you know what? How about this? Ooh baby, that bra.
Yeah! Dingle, dingle!
Okay.
I don't care.
What about the bra?
It's not.
It's-
Don't say it's big.
That's got a good support on it.
Yep.
The structural integrity is what you're...
Yeah.
Ooh, that underwire.
Yeah.
It feels like the only person here relating to your dirty talk is the high school student who's never had sex.
And you just got a
Yeah,
new
I've
bra.
never seen you really relate to someone
Come on.
like this.
I feel like I bet that's a warm bra.
Warm.
Warm from what? You've been wearing it a while?
Yeah. I bet it's at least the temperature of your body.
Wait, so now you've been wearing her bra in this story? That's what's going on?
You know what?
You've heated up her bra on your body?
I want to hear more about how much money you have.
Okay, we got to go to break. Sorry.
When we come back, we're going to talk to Bill Cravy, find out what he's all about. Basketball coach Bill Cravy. We're here with, what do they officially call you guys? Educational consultants?
Misdemeanor felons?
Okay.
Misdemeanor felons.
All right, we're going to figure out where all the money, public funding is going for Marina Del Rey Public High School when we come back. Womp it up! What's up, Wompsters? Do any of you have trouble sleeping?
Do you have difficulty settling down at night?
Do you struggle putting your kids to bed each night? Yes, please.
When you sleep badly, how does that impact the rest of your day?
Answer is it impacts everything.
Sleep is essential to our health and happiness.
And that is why we are excited to partner with one of our favorite apps, Calm. It is the #1 app for sleep, meditation, and relaxation. And it was named App of the Year last year by Apple.
And if you head to calm.com/WOMP, W-O-M-P, you'll get 25% off a Calm premium subscription, which includes hundreds of hours of premium programs, including
One of my favorite things, Sleep Stories, which is bedtime tales for grown-ups, which is designed to quiet your mind and relax your body. And I have to say, all of the research says you need to have a routine before you go to sleep to ensure that you have a restful sleep.
it gives signals to your body.
It sure does.
Head to the lavender fields of France with Stephen Fry or explore New Zealand with Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones.
You'll also get access to guided meditations on topics like anxiety, stress, and sleep, and soothing music, and more.
For a limited time, Womp It Up listeners can get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/womp.
That's CALM.com/WOMP. It includes unlimited access to all of Calm's amazing content that is going to have you drifting off to dreamland in no time.
Get started today at calm.com/womp.
Then get to sleep. Why all the Phil Collins?
What?
Why all the Phil Collins?
I just love Collins.
Okay.
You won't find any Genesis on here, though. Fuck those guys.
Why? They went rogue?
The minute they started putting those lifelike puppets in their videos, I was out. I was
You
out.
know what? I often say that this thing makes me more sick than anything, but that video, wasn't there a melting Ronald Reagan puppet?
Yeah, this thing. What are you talking
Like, I'm
about?
always like, oh, that movie makes me more sick than anything else. But those videos actually take the cake.
Yeah, not interested. Now, I may play a Phil Collins song that is Genesis, but it isn't to me. Okay.
Whatever that means. All right. We are back with 4 gentlemen. This is like The Bachelor. I have eliminated 2 of you. I'm keeping Howard Levi's on the line.
What?
And
You can call me Levis, by the way.
And maybe Bill, I won't. And maybe Bill Cravy is
What's
going to
up?
tickle my fancy. Sometimes it's the most annoying one that actually delivers the goods because they have to try
Okay.
harder.
Yeah, I got to win you back.
That's right.
I've immediately turned you off, and now I have to
Immediately.
reel you back in.
So, Bill, you are the basketball coach?
that is
what you-
correct. Yes.
Now,
yeah.
we don't currently have Jim. So what are you going to be doing here? Bringing perhaps your knowledge of teamwork to the teachers
Well,
or
yeah,
the students?
We have sports. We don't have gym.
That's right.
Right. You have. So where do you play basketball?
Out in that old cornfield.
Oh.
The old
the one-
Marina Del Rey
Hoosier style.
cornfield.
Hoosier style, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I mean, sports are all about camaraderie,
Right.
you know, and sharing a goal.
Right.
And I think I've used that to set myself up, and it's all about connection.
Bill,
So
what the fuck are you talking about? You just said a bunch of buzzwords to me.
Yeah, you're blowing this, Bill.
What are you going to
I
do here at this
am-
school besides shove your face full of fucking oyster po' boys?
I am on social media. It's official.
What? Are you having a fucking
It's
psychotic
official.
break?
I'm
Bill,
on social media. I'm coming out of the gate. People have been dying for more Cravy content. And I'm on social media. Like Will Smith. I'm on it.
Wait,
So, Bill-
we had a whole discussion that you were here to talk about sports and leadership.
Yeah.
And now your new thing is just going to be you're on social media?
And what
the fuck are you
on
talking
it.
about?
I got all the accounts.
what is Cravy? What's an example of Cravy content?
Well, I'll tell you.
What?
I do a live stream
About what?
every Sunday called Biscuits and Cravy. And
what do you talk about?
I jaw
You just-
about everything. Political.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
get
love what's
political.
cheesing you. You're gonna love what's cheesing you then.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
that's-
mean, I talk about what I like to listen to.
You just talk? You just a video of you talking?
I monologue. Yeah, I
you're
monologue.
like a new age Andy Rooney.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I do it in my office. It's dirty as hell. And my eyes popping out of my socket.
So you're gonna be teaching
All right.
kids how to be more active on social media.
Well,
Is that, do you think, what
that's-
you're gonna be teaching
Yeah,
kids?
that's why I was fully behind. I was a dinosaur. I didn't know what they were talking about.
Right.
Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Musically. I was like, what? Shut up. Shut up. And
Right.
now I've fully embraced it, and I can reach out to them and speak their language.
Okay, you
And
know
I-
what? We do need to be taught more appropriate use of social media.
But maybe
Old
not
school.
from someone that doesn't understand
Yeah,
how
Well,
it works.
first you got to get their trust. So I do a lot of butt pics on my gram.
What?
I'm thick, as you can see, and I like to show it. And I
You're
don't.
thick? What do you mean by thick?
I'm thick. I got a nice ass.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your dong because a lot of men
No.
think that you want something very wide. And long, but the truth of the matter is you really don't want it to be too wide.
Yeah, you want it to be really skinny and
That's
long.
right. That's right. That's,
Really?
that's what Gutterballs is
Okay,
working
well, speak
with.
for yourself, all right?
You want it
You
both
like a
thick
cherry?
and
I
long?
can do with whatever the chef is serving.
Wow.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Really?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
luckily for you, my dick looks like it's been cooked.
Delicious. So you got a thick ass. You're doing butt pics on social media, which
Well,
is
I'm-
normally looked down upon, from an
Especially in a-
administrative
Well,
perspective.
No, I think you have to get down there on their level. They're never going to buy it if I'm just
right.
taking pictures of myself in my shirt with buttons.
We
my
found it
button
was
down.
hard to reach students at all because there's this teacher-student disconnect.
Any
You know what I
attempt we've
mean?
ever made to sort of get close to students has resulted in them saying no, back
Right.
away.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Legal proceedings,
Yeah.
etc.
One
But
of
now
our
with
big-
your facial hair and your butt pics, you're really getting in there.
Exactly. Ellen got me on social media.
Who's Ellen?
You know, Ellen.
You know Ellen,
Ellen,
No.
the Ellen?
Answer.
the dancer.
The host, Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah.
You know Ellen personally, or
You know her as the dancer?
Yeah. What else does she do? What do you mean the talk show host?
You've seen her
I just
only
thought
in
she
YouTube
dances through
videos?
crowds.
okay, that's all you've watched in clips, just the beginnings of her show.
Ellen,
Yeah, I
Ellen
flip
brings
around a
me
lot.
on every Halloween to scare one of her writers. She brings me into the writers' room.
Is that right?
That was an unofficial scare.
Now,
As
You
a
were supposed
child,
to be
like as a
there.
red rum child at the end of the hallway.
I come in and I'm walking around asking for some red rum. I'm asking for some Halloween themed rum, and they said we can use this. We can
Halloween
use this.
themed rum is red rum.
Yeah.
That's not Christmas themed rum.
No,
Because
no,
of
there's
blood,
no-
Howard. Shut
Yeah.
up.
I thought
Murder.
Orange and black is
Murder.
what I associate
Orange is
Halloween.
You
the
know
new
about
black.
red rum backwards? It spells murder.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Never knew that.
That's right. And
You
that's,
learn something new every
that's
day.
from
Spoiler alert.
That's from The Shining, which was heavily based on some of my own behaviors in my life.
You're the guy in the pig mask or the dog mask?
Guys, no, not on my podcast. I don't
What?
like scary stuff,
This
so I
is
don't
all
want to
true.
hear about it. And who's the guy in the pig mask?
Don't tell her.
Is that from The Shining?
Do not tell
Should
her.
we say- I don't wanna
Whatever you
spoil
do,
It's
please
Jack
do not
Nicholson
tell her.
puts a pig mask on.
No,
Jack
no.
Nicholson
no,
never
no.
puts a pig mask
Who
on.
does?
Yeah.
Who
Kind of
does?
thing, if you
I
see
will
it, it'll
pay
change
for
you.
this
Who
later.
does? Who does?
With
Who
a
puts on a
midnight
pig
text.
mask? All I know is him with the axe through a door while they're like, "Oh my God, Daddy,
Yeah,
why are you
Shelley
doing this?"
Duvall.
But
Right.
who puts the pig mask
No.
on?
Well, it's
no,
just
no.
kind of an offhanded hallucination that's happening as
Okay.
the movie is devolving
That
into a
somebody
horrible nightmare.
is in a pig. He
That- I
sees
think
somebody.
It's a bear mask.
It's a dog or it's some sort of mammal.
There's a man. There are two men in a bedroom, and one is filleting the other one, and one is
Is that
wearing
true?
a
Yeah.
bear.
You guys
or
are really
dog mask.
fucked me.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what we're here for. Is again building trust with kids. You got to be
That's
honest with
terrifying.
them. It's really upsetting. You the first time you watch it, you rewind it several times. And go, "Wow, this is
Just
a
listen
movie."
to how much we're
unless you
connecting
saw
with
it
the
in the
students
theater
right now.
like I did the first time.
Who
And then
brought
you
you
were
to
like, I
That's
liked
not
that.
right. You liked that?
You know I love that shit.
What do you mean by that shit? Just like creepy.
Creepy, like throw it in like a little shot, like a little subliminal shot. Like, did I see it? Did we all see it? Was that just for me?
Oh yeah,
Or was that just in my brain?
you got to
Did
check
I
out
fall
the new
asleep
Suspiria.
for a minute and go into a daydream state? Like
The new
that, any of
what?
that?
The new Suspiria.
What's that?
Oh, it's exactly what you're describing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of double takes, a lot of big choices.
God.
A lot of big choices.
Thanks, Siskel and Ebert.
Okay.
All right.
I wish.
Rest in peace.
We're going to do what's cheesing you, okay? So we're going to talk very shortly and briefly because there's 10 people in here
How
about
many dongs in here?
the thing that's cheesing you, that's frustrating you right now. Could be little, could be small, could be,
Yeah.
any
Don't
size.
stress about it.
What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? What's cheesing you? I got off. Everyone was
That's
so
what she
terrified.
said. That's
Red
what
rum
she
style.
said. What's teasing you?
Hey,
Is that what it sounded
pretty good. Pig mask.
Is that her new nickname?
They're really sucking off each other in that movie? That seems like a lot.
Would you think it was a kid film? I don't know. This is Stephen King. He doesn't mess around, right?
God. All right. Let's start with Sam Weatherman. Sam,
Yes.
this is our student
Now you
government
know what
and
it's like to be a
drivers.
teacher. Just look down on the list and call someone randomly.
That's right. Sam Weatherman.
I
Hope
just
they
had
have an
childhood
answer.
stress.
This is not a test. What is cheesing you, friend?
I guess it's got to be the way that the kids look at me when I'm talking. You know what I mean? I'm up there. I'm on minute 6, 7 without a break. I'm sort of talking at them. They're supposed to be looking and listening.
And
with
you've
love.
yet to get to the topic that's meant to be discussed.
What do
You
you
sort of
No, I'm
go-
mostly
talking
on
about?
mostly tangents of my insecurities, tangents of what's going wrong
Yeah.
with me, tangents with I'm in leadership and I'm telling them about all my problems that I cannot solve.
Like what?
Oh gosh, my relationship with my stepsister, it's gotten a little too close, I guess. And it's just been really
Very
confusing.
close.
Very close, very close.
Serious.
Yes.
Physical?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yes,
yeah.
it's beautiful.
I don't know that it's beautiful. That's what I'm
I
dealing
think
with.
it's beautiful.
Well,
Anyway, so
in
my
the
pet
movie
peeve is these
Clueless,
kids.
in the movie Clueless, she falls in love with her stepbrother,
Yes.
right? And and we're totally cool with that.
Yeah, well, good.
It
I'm
could
glad.
be
That
like a
makes me feel
Downton
good.
Abbey situation.
I think Clueless
Cousin
kind of
Matthew?
works because they're both attractive and in the movie. Sam and his stepsister. There's not as much that. It's more of like a.
It's the opposite of something
characters-
that should be on screen.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? This is a man who has taken shag carpet and sewn it into his skin.
That's right.
So who else is going to fuck him if it's not his stepsister?
Thank you so much.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I get it.
live
the
your
one-
best life.
and she's
You'd
the
be a
one-
welcome student, one of them that understands me.
Yeah.
All the other ones look at me like, I hope he's gone soon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that seems rude.
Yeah.
I guess that's my cheese.
Okay.
Jeez.
All right, Todd, Padre.
In the flesh. Thank you. What's cheesing me? I would say I've been thinking a lot lately about empathy. In
Good.
2018.
Sure. We all have to see what is it like in that person's shoes if we're ever going to get over the divide.
Yeah,
that we're
that's what
feeling
it's all
as
about.
a country.
And what I've been doing is I've been pulling people aside a lot lately and saying, you don't have empathy like I've learned to have this year. What I've figured it out. I'm tweeting it. I'm teaching people. I've figured out empathy. Why can't you do this yet? Listen up, where's your empathy for me right now?
I see. So what your cheese is that people don't have enough empathy for you, for the plight of Todd Padre.
Right, for the fact that I've discovered empathy.
I see.
You can't seem to understand other people's lack of empathy.
That's exactly right. I can't figure it out. I don't understand it. It makes no
It
sense
angers
to me.
you.
I
You
couldn't
feel
even...
separate from them.
Yes, I almost don't want to listen to them when
That's
that's happening.
Okay.
That's really cheesing me. It's keeping me up at night.
Yeah. All right. Well, Todd, good luck on that. Howard, future husband Howard Levi's.
Okay. Well,
Really?
That's a two-way street. I want you to know, and you are far too young for me to marry.
You don't know how
Not
young I am.
me.
Lord.
You
She's
don't know how
been a
young I
singer
am.
for like 10 years,
That's
Howard.
right.
Come
I'm
on.
well into my 20s.
Well,
Classic Howard.
you know what? How about this? I'll think about it.
Okay. All right.
there
I'll
we go.
take it.
The most romantic marriages always come from a proposal being
That's
responded
right.
to with "I'll think about
That's
it."
right.
I think what's cheesing me, honestly, is the fact that we've got this really nice Airbnb, but it seems the guys have decided to make me sleep on the porch.
Why are you asleep now? How many bedrooms
Wait,
are there
that's
in this
cheesing you?
Airbnb?
That's cheesing
I
me.
thought you wanted
It's a
that.
6-bedroom.
So what
Yeah.
are you guys using the other 3 bedrooms for?
Well, there's an Xbox room.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are really living a dream.
XXX box room.
Ew.
What'd you say?
XXX box.
So this is like dirty porn Xbox?
Well, it's an Xbox dedicated only for porn. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we take the characters from Madden 2018,
So football players.
and we have them walk near each
Yeah,
other,
and
and it makes
squat
it look
on
like
each
they're
other's
kissing
head.
and squatting.
You
on
do
each
that
other's head.
together?
And that turns you guys
No,
on?
no.
No,
No,
what?
That's pathetic.
I said yes because you confused me. We don't.
But
We were confused.
we were confused.
One at a time in the room.
Why wouldn't you share this to our faces? Why do you
I'd
have
like
to do
to
this?
withdraw my proposal.
No,
Too late.
that's you know
Too
what?
late.
It's fine. Why would I say this now? I think because now you guys don't have a chance to run away. I feel like all the times you guys pass the buck. Every time I've ever brought up any of my concerns within the group, the buck has been passed, and now you guys are on hot mics in front of 2 witnesses,
Bill,
and
what's
you have to own
cheesing
up.
you?
To
What is cheesing me?
Okay,
I'll
that's
tell
interesting.
ya.
Yeah, let's move right along.
Bill,
My honey hole has dried up.
is this a real like honey hole?
Sound like a Winnie the Pooh situation.
My fishing hole.
Are you talking about your butthole? Or are you talking about
No.
My,
honey hole.
I
It's a real
fished,
fishing-
and my honey hole dried up, and there's no trout. There's nothing there anymore. And I show up back to the dock looking like a fool with an empty cooler, and I am humiliated by all
Do you
the
think someone's
crabbers.
stealing your fish or what?
I don't know what's going on with my honey hole, but it has dried.
Again, it sounds to me like you're talking about either your anus or somebody's vagina or something. That's what you'd call a honey hole.
You would call somebody's butt or vagina a honey hole? That sounds gross too.
So, just to get technical, you're out of fish or out of water? If
No.
you say the honey hole is
No,
dried up,
there-
that makes me think that you're just dropping a line on hard dirt.
No. There's no fish there anymore. They moved on.
So you go out to the same spot in your dinghy,
Yes.
drop your line.
This sounds
I go in the
very
dinghy.
sexual
I go to the
me.
dinghy. I go in the dinghy to my honey hole, and I drop line,
Right, that's what she said.
and I get nothing. Not even a nibble all day.
And what bait are you using?
Shrimp.
Well, there you go. You need
What?
something bigger.
That's seasonally.
and thicker.
Bigger? Like another fish?
Yeah. You need
How are you
something
talking
bigger.
about? You need something bigger
You know,
than
you need
a
like
shrimp?
something the fish wants to eat, not his buddy.
Why would a fish want to eat a dead shrimp?
That
A
thing-
trout? A trout is going to be searching around for a shrimp.
What do they eat?
Worms.
man.
Worms?
Worms and
That's
bugs.
a freshwater thing.
Or crickets.
It's bugs. Also, you're using the
Bugs.
wrong bait for the fish. Shrimp
For
is a
the
catfish
fish you
bait.
want. Guys,
Shrimp
and
is
this
for a bottom
good,
feeder.
This is a good lesson for women, okay? You need to know what kind of woman you're going after and use the appropriate bait.
Right.
Well, and you're also
Compliment their
dipping these-
bra.
No.
Not to
Yeah.
You're also dipping these shrimp in cocktail sauce and sort of doing.
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole
It's
thing.
more of a scampi I'm throwing out in there.
That might be it. But also, why not just find another honey hole?
I'm looking. And I can't find. I can't.
this
Do you
earth
know
is-
how embarrassing it is to show up back to the dock with no fish? You get ridiculed.
Well,
Well, why don't you just go to someone else's honey hole while they've fallen asleep and
But you can't
steal
just
their
find.
trout?
I mean, I'll speak for Bill. You can't just find multiple honey
Right.
holes.
It's your
I mean,
honey
you
hole.
you try your sweet spot. You try your honey hole. Maybe you go to your crunchy corner.
Yeah.
There's many different places. But when you find a honey hole, you can't leave it.
No.
Yeah, once I found my brown eye, I started fishing in that, and I haven't gone back because that's where I catch all the big ones.
Yeah, and
You tried
you'll
to
give me the coordinates to your brown eye, and I'll go right in it.
that's right.
No, I do
Share
wanna-
share your brown eye with your friend.
I would like your kind of analogy before. You're saying, as in fishing, is dating.
Yeah.
So you have to find out what the fish likes, and then you have to kind of approach
Right, and
it
deliver
with
that.
thing.
Exactly. You're not
Or
going to
just be yourself in the world, and if people want
Do
that,
you
they'll
think
come
these
to
pieces
you.
of shit should be themselves? You think that's going to work out?
Well,
Look
I
how
don't
it's working out for
Pieces of
them
shit.
up till now.
They can hear you.
I don't care. These guys
incredibly
got to
rude.
know
Hey, it's
what they're
okay.
dealing with. This is a fucked up group
From
of men.
day one, you've come at them with nothing but hostility, and then you're surprised when they start talking about their brown eyes and their honey holes.
I'm just saying.
You got to create a safe space for everyone, okay?
I feel
Okay, and that is exactly why we are here at your school, is to discuss safe spaces.
Yes.
And discuss
Do
how to
we
create
need them?
Yeah.
Well,
And
you're
that's-
not
what
coming
does
down.
that
I'm going
even
to tell you this
mean?
right now. You're not coming down to the STARS program and giving your thoughts because we're doing just fine down there.
Well, I think you would like what we do. We come out. It's a nice show we put on. It's the lights come on and we do 20 minutes of yo-yo. We have a whole routine, and that's
Love
what gets
that.
the kids.
I lift
amped.
weights.
Walking the
lift
dog,
weights, Bill
walking the
Cravy?
dog.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the Power Team?
no.
The Power Team
Yeah, they used
scream
to
Bible
rip-
verses and
Rip phone books
rip
apart.
phone books for Jesus.
That's right.
I cut out the Jesus part and I just rip up a phone book.
Yeah, he rips up. We found the phone book for the smallest town in the world, and he rips it up.
To be fair, it's a page of paper.
Yeah,
it's a page.
It's
Yeah.
a payphone outside of New Jersey, Branson, New Jersey.
Got it.
But
Got it.
it's we get into the safe space talk, but first we get the students involved and interested with the
I
show
see.
we're
Yeah.
putting on.
How
You
long
guys-
is the show?
I thought you
Well-
were here for the educators. You're here for the kids.
Sometimes it goes-
Both. Everybody needs to be educated, teachers and students.
think
Make
That's
sure
the
you
truth.
guys get here tomorrow because we're going to bring Jeff Ross on and he's going to roast all the students to their core.
Yeah, Jeff Rost is
you guys
roasting
know
the.
Jeff? Is he
Stand up?
he comes by for your triple X box?
Yeah,
tournaments?
no.
at separate times. Yeah, at separate times.
Yeah, I think we met Jeff when he roasted Gold Star families. We were at that roast, and we just all connected that night, and so we'll bring him by now to schools, and the kids love him. He finds their foibles, and he really,
Yeah, if we can find time before he's roasting the 9/11 first responders.
Yeah. Sometimes it runs long, and then we'll have. So it's the yo-yo, it's the phone book ripping, then Ross roasts,
Yeah, Ross.
And then we
does
sort of go
type
into the
thing.
character stuff.
and then we do a little
We
bit
do
more
characters.
character
We do
stuff.
characters.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. This
Yeah,
sounds
wigs,
great.
We play women.
Yeah.
We play women is just what I heard. I
Yes.
can't wait.
And then the students
Sensitively.
the students get a chance, the teachers get a chance to say what's been bothering them, and we kind of
I like
then we
that.
open up a dialogue.
Where did you guys all meet?
We met at a camp. when we were very young.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this is like a Goonies situation, or like a Stand By Me. You guys have been friends forever.
Right. If you replaced all of the cast of Goonies with Sloth,
Then that would be this.
that was kind of our
That was
situation.
us, yeah.
And then you've managed to stay together. You all got jobs at the same high school. This
Well,
was
it
the
was
high school
it was
you
a holdout
attended?
pact. It was a holdout pact
Slash codependence.
I was the first one hired,
Okay.
and I said I'm not showing up to school unless you hire my 3 best friends. And there was a long sort of lockout where the school was saying no chance, we're not going to hire those
Yeah,
guys. And
you
I said-
hung Levi's donations over their
I
head,
did. I
right?
said, "Do you guys want $30 million, or do you not want $30 million?" And they said, "We don't
Whatever
want those
you
other
want.
guys."
Yeah, whatever you want.
But then
we were heavily influenced by the negotiating tactics of the Friends cast. It was around then.
Hey, these are lessons learned.
Yeah.
And you've
ago.
all also had your tits done. Is that right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thanks for
yeah.
noticing.
Thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Third season. Third season, they got them done.
Was it?
And
And that
it's-
was their Lord of the Rings ring tattoo.
That's
was
right.
they all went and
They all went and got
they
those
shared an
those
implant.
titties done.
Schwimmers look great.
Shrimmer
Yeah.
looks the
Hey, did
best.
Marcel get the tits done too?
The monkey.
Marcel, the monkey. That's not funny.
Yeah, obviously,
not making it
obviously.
up.
That's not
That's
funny.
right.
We have a
Obviously.
lot of people who are fans of this podcast who are monkey enthusiasts, and they don't want to hear about someone doing plastic surgery to a monkey. That's
We
not
are. I
funny.
mean,
That's where I
we
draw the
are
line.
monkey enthusiasts. I mean, we really are. I mean,
We're big fans of Harambe.
Harambe
Big.
was devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. We were devastated by Harambe. Really, any.
And all the other ones.
all
Any
the other
famous
ones.
monkey death,
Yeah.
we really felt it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just interested, and it makes a lot of sense because I want to get, and again, this is more for Spotlight on, but I want to get
Let's
to
do
the
it then,
heart
then.
of
Okay.
the Arrested development that's going on here.
We'll talk about it later,
And
though.
how long.
You're going to tell them that we're going to talk about it later.
I just
and then
want them to
talk
be
about it
thinking
now.
about it.
So we should go to a break. Steve down there, you're already crying.
See what I mean? These guys,
Zip it up.
see, they're so nasty to each other.
do
But
you
there's a
mean?
codependence that they're feeling that I'm just wondering, like, if one of them was to get a real relationship, would this whole thing fall apart?
Maybe so. Maybe they don't want the other ones to grow in
It's
a
like
good
Will
way.
and Grace, right? Remember when
How
Grace
is it-
gets a husband? It's Harry Connick Jr., but they had to get rid of him because it's not going to work unless they stay in this state of arrested development. Is that you and I? I feel like I'm looking at a nightmare version of you and I.
Like two animals going down on each other in a hotel room?
Did that happen in The Shining? They were both wearing masks? They were both wearing masks. Is that true? Todd, Padre? Were they both wearing masks?
The image I don't remember anymore. I know
My
there was
God.
at least one mask.
Nobody tweet that at me, and I am not fucking around. Do not tweet me a screen grab of that. People think that shit's funny. It's not. All right? Womp it up. Hey, Wompsters. Do you ever have trouble finding the perfect present for someone?
Well, show your appreciation for anyone on your list by treating them to a gift from Mrs. Fields.
Okay. Mrs.
All
Fields
right.
just delivered us a tin of their Christmas cookies.
Their most delicious treats.
I mean, I couldn't pry the lid off it fast enough. And then
cellophane wrappers everywhere.
I destroyed a couple of their chocolate-covered graham crackers.
Oh, those are delicious.
Yes, please and thank you.
Hazelnut white chocolate.
A classic chocolate chip cookie that is chewy and delicious.
They have made delicious treats for over 40 years. Their gourmet gift tins and baskets make the perfect present to surprise and delight anyone on your list this season.
You know what else I liked? They were individually packaged so that, you know, when you send like a box like this to an office and everyone's putting their grubby fingers on it.
Yeah.
This is, you go, ooh, I want 3 little chocolate chip cookies. You can take the package with you
Yeah.
to your desk.
They're baked daily and they always arrive fresh and flavorful. Also,
Ordering is easy. They can ship your gift anywhere across the U.S.
you can also add a custom message, company logo, family photo. That's,
Ooh, that's cute. Mrs. Fields even offers 100% customer satisfaction guarantee.
So this year, send a fresh baked gift no one can resist.
Right now, listen up. You get 20% off your order when you go to mrsfields.com. That's FIELDS.com and enter the promo code WOMP.
That's 20% off any gift at mrsfields.com, promo code WOMP.
mrsfields.com, promo code WOMP. Do it. You won't be sorry.
Welcome back to Womp It Up. We're here with 4 amazing educators trying to make education better for students and educators. You gotta love that. We're getting into
Gotta love it.
our special segment we call Listener's Love Lockdown. You guys have written in questions, real questions about your lives, love lives, etc., life lives. And we're going to answer, tell you what we think.
To the best of our intelligence,
Yeah, we have
want to
no
make sure we
professional training.
please take this with a grain of salt. We got 4 guys just got serious problems who are also going to be weighing in. So I want everyone to just take that knowledge and smoke it. Go ahead.
All right, here's the first question. Hey, Marissa and Listener, huge fan of the show. I'm a 30-year-old divorcee who just moved to a new city with my boyfriend.
Okay.
I moved to a new city to get away from the shadow of my ex-husband and my divorce, but also to take a big step in following my dreams.
All right.
Well, since moving, my brother and sister-in-law have been very unsupportive. They talk badly about me to my mother and have even said that if I bring my boyfriend to Thanksgiving this year, they refuse to come. They have not met him yet, and they hated my ex-husband. These people sound like dicks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why they're being this way and what I can do to get them to understand and support my life choices. However, I'm afraid that if we have a confrontation, they will take away the ability for me to see my young niece and nephew, whom I love more than anything in the world. What can I do to try bringing them around? If I can't do that, how can I put my mind at ease so I can try and live my #authentic life?
Boy, that is a tough one. I'm trying to figure out what their deal is. Why they don't
jealous.
want her. They're jealous because she's
She's
decided,
going for it. She
That's
left
right.
the shithole wherever she moved away from. They probably lived. They're too fucking scared to do it. And so
Right.
they're jealous.
They
I've seen
wanted-
this time and time again in my own personal life.
Yeah.
People cutting me out, not wanting to love
Because-
on me
Right.
because I'm brave.
That's right. And
'Cause
you are
I'm
shining a light on what they are scared
Afraid
to
of.
do.
Yeah.
The hardest part, honestly, is it's all hard because I think even if our families are messed up, they're our families. They're the only one you've got. And you're going to probably spend your whole life trying to figure out how to make it right. I think that you have to make it right for yourself first, and they have to get on board. The bummer is the niece and nephew, because until they get older, there's no way to have a separate relationship with them. But I honestly think that if you want to be an example for the niece and nephew at any point in their lives, you can't, dim your light, like Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. You know what I mean?
That was 2 different metaphors.
I never really or I'm talking about, dim your bushel. What's that? You know what I'm saying.
I don't know. Do you guys know what
That old Godspell song.
dim your bushel?
I mean, I've done a dim your bushel and I didn't like it.
You can't dim your light so that other people feel better.
Feel better
Yeah.
if you're shining too bright.
That's right. I mean, I don't know, what can she do? They've said you can't come to okay, then you say that's
They haven't
non-negotiable.
said it. They haven't said that she can't come because it's at her mom's house.
They said she can't bring her boyfriend. That's
They
insane.
said if she brings her boyfriend that they won't come.
Great.
Which doesn't
bring your
make
boyfriend
any
and
sense
have
to
them
me.
not come, and who looks like an asshole? Them.
I don't understand what their complaint is because she said they haven't met the boyfriend.
No,
That's right.
So what are they mad about? That she moved.
It's probably connected. They probably associate
They've
the
probably
new
seen him
relationship
on-
with the move. They think, oh, she's in a new city. She's found somebody else. They associate her leaving the family with her being with somebody new. And they probably are like, well, if you've chosen that, you can keep that. we're going to keep our thing. You stay there. We'll
But
stay
it
here.
seems
And
like
let's not
too
talk
they didn't
anymore.
like the ex-husband,
That's
so
what's
they
confusing.
don't like anything that she does. I'm not sure you can. This is like one of those things where you try to tiptoe around it to make it okay for everybody else, and no matter what you do, they're going to find something to be pissed off about. If you don't come home, they're going to be pissed off about that. So
I think you just say, listen, I'm coming home. I'm bringing my boyfriend, and I'm an adult woman. If you have a problem with that, then that's on you.
or you say, you write your whoever, I guess your brother, who is it? Your brother and your sister-in-law. I think I would write them a joint email, and I would say, hey, heard it through the grapevine that you're thinking about not coming to Thanksgiving. I wanted you to know I love you. I would love to see you. I will be there. I'm going to bring Todd or Tad or whatever his name is. And I would just love to introduce you to him because he's really important in my life, and you are super important
As
in my
are
life.
your children.
And as is your whole family.
That's right.
Yeah, the conversation doesn't have to be a confrontation, right? It can just be like, I love you and I want to still know you guys.
Yeah.
Right. You got to keep your side of the street clean. That's
Yeah.
all we
Say-
can ever do in this world.
And say in this email what food you're bringing because you don't have a duplicate dish.
That's right.
Great.
You want
Yeah,
to
Bill
tag
Cravy.
this
That's
with the
important.
dish you're bringing. You don't
Equally
have a
as
duplicate
important.
dish.
And maybe even compliment the dish they're going to bring. Hope you bring your pumpkin pie. I
Great.
would love
That's
to eat
great.
it.
And
That's
Bill
great.
Cravy, you're going to be posting some of your favorite holiday specialties on
Or
your
your
social
butt
media
picture.
you
platforms.
know it. You know
Cravy's
it.
Crave Treats or what? What is it?
Cravy's Crave Treats. I'm going to be posting me posing real sexy with like a sweet potato souffle.
The
Shoved
thing
up
is-
your ass?
He posts these treats as if he's really proud of them, and they all look so bad.
Yeah.
You know, that's
I
like,
am not a cook.
It's like his first thing, and he's proud that
Yeah.
it just got made.
Yeah.
But it is a mess. It's very unattractive.
It's
I'd like
ugly.
to see a close-up of your butt post sweet potato pie.
Oh.
Oh, so it got sweaty from me in the kitchen? Sure. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
that's exactly what she's saying.
That's
All
what
right,
I'm saying.
next question. Next question.
Do we want to ask Weatherman? He's the one who's got a weird family, right?
Oh, yeah, date your stepsister.
See, no,
Right?
we don't want to
Okay.
ask Weatherman.
I'll say, as a man who's been a grim specter on his ex-wife's hometown several times,
Wow.
every time they have left and gotten further away from me, they have been objectively happier. I could see from the outside they're happier, they're more successful, they're finally doing what they want, they're not pulled down by
By people who are trying to pull you down. If it's okay to live your best life.
Yes, and she feels that way. I don't. It's heartbreaking. But you know, that from the outside, if she wants to be happier, that's a successful move.
Yeah. All right. Great advice, guys. Shockingly good.
All right.
Moving on.
Next question. Hey there, Marissa and Shardog. I apologize in advance if this gets long. It doesn't look so long. I have a feeling I'm going to start venting way more than I plan. Guys, emails are editable.
Yeah.
Also, I have been a huge fan since Comedy Bang Bang and still listen weekly to y'all. Tuesday is my new favorite day of the week. That's sweet. I'm a 23-year-old woman, so fairly young. I have been married to my husband for 1 whole year now. Before we got married, we were together for 3 years.
Okay.
So now it's been 4. So they got together when she was 19.
That's right.
I am so in love with my husband. I am still like obsessed with him.
Okay.
I love the spark I feel when he looks at me. What I'm getting to is I don't feel like he feels the same way about me. He seems complacent and maybe even bored of me. He's always stressed about his job, which I totally get, but he takes it out on me. Sometimes he makes me feel amazing, and other times like I can't do anything right. He's also way too into his phone. I feel like I don't get the attention I want, and to make it all worse, I'm in recovery of an eating disorder and have gained some weight back. So needless to say, I'm a little insecure sometimes. So him not showing as much interest really makes me feel like if I hadn't gained the weight, he would still be into me the same way. He always says he likes that I'm not super thin anymore, but we haven't been intimate in 2 weeks. All right. And we are, and when
Winning
we
the
are,
lottery.
I have to initiate almost every time. If I don't know if we would ever have sex. And most of the time it seems like a chore to him. Now, I'm afraid of being rejected by the man I love the most, the man I want to be with for the rest of my life. This is a heavy question. I feel better already, but would really love to hear what you think I should do to try to get him interested in me again. How do I get his attention back?
This is so hard. I wish we could have cameras in these people's houses, because one thing I've been learning lately is that our interpretation of something, of an interaction, is very often wrong. So
it's your POV.
It's your POV, but so I hear words like, I'm obsessed, I'm insecure, all of these things, and I'm like, what kind of real I don't mean to question her like take on reality, but like for real, I'm worried that what's clouding her vision is her insecurity. So I'm like, how can we make sure that that's not happening and get ourselves into a place where we are actually seeing things as they are? Do you know what I'm saying? And maybe that might mean taking the focus off the relationship and putting it on yourself. Now, you've just recently gained some weight back. That's phenomenal, okay? But maybe we need to fill up our emotional coffers. Do you know what I mean?
What's that mean?
Meaning maybe we need to strengthen our sense of self-confidence so we start to feel really good about ourselves, so we're not placing so much importance on what other people think of us, aka our husband. And maybe we might actually find, oh, wait a second, he actually is interested in me. I've just been putting so much of an emphasis on it. Anything he would do. I mean, he may check the phone once a night, and she's like, oh my God, he's checking the phone.
Nobody
He doesn't want
just
me.
checks the phone once a night.
But I mean,
right?
give me a break. Everybody's
if you have a
obsessed
phone,
with their
everybody's
phone.
playing Candy Crush Saga.
That's right.
Or,
That's right.
Or Julep City or whatever.
Did I just make any sense, Liz?
I think so.
Okay.
I would say I want you to find a therapist, this young woman. I think you should be meeting with someone to talk about this, because I think I think it sounds scary to me a little bit. In
Scary.
that it sounds like she doesn't have any outside support.
Eyes on it. Well, that's
either eyes on it or either help inside of this. Because I know when you're obsessed with someone, if you feel like going on year 4 and you're still deeply in love with him and you are saying to him, I love you, I love you, I love you. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? A lot of times I think that other person is like, yes, I fucking love you. I said it. What are you talking about?
It burns them out.
Right? So if you have somewhere else to put that noise that's in your brain so it's not all on him to give you that feedback,
Right.
then I think that would be good. And I think also, too, you've got some things that you're still struggling with. Obviously, the eating disorder that I think would probably benefit from weekly support for the rest of your life, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I think we all need that, quite frankly.
Yeah.
But what I also would like to say is that's very young to be married, in that that's a lot of pressure.
You're still figuring shit out.
You are. And so be kind
and if you're
with
having
yourself.
sex every 2 weeks, you're a
Holy
fucking
shit.
hero to the whole world. Okay?
You really
man?
are. You really are.
I mean, year 4 and you're having sex every 2 weeks? I mean, that's pretty great.
As a man with a trail of failed relationships again,
Sure.
I'll say that I think a thing that could be helpful for her is to communicate what it looks like for him to make her feel loved. And
Because maybe they're speaking the wrong
wanted.
love languages to each other.
And,
you know what I mean?
And at least give him examples of, because she might be doing it to him and being like, why is he not doing this for me?
Right.
But he doesn't know that she needs attention in that kind of way.
Right.
A lot of exes of mine have said that, and I said, hey, I'll do my best. I'm not capable of it, though. And then they can break up with me and feel okay
Right.
about it.
Right.
But if she, it's the most vulnerable thing you could do is be like, hey, I feel unloved. Here's what it would look like for me to feel loved, and not get that. That's very hard.
But you know
Yeah.
what? Do you guys know about the 5 love languages?
Yeah, love languages are great. It's you got to know what yours is and what your partner's is. Like mine, for example, is never being asked to go outdoors.
That's your love
That's
language
my love
to someone
language.
else, or
don't
that's
ask
someone
me to
else's?
hike.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to let's get out. Let's grab
Unless
some
I'm dropping
air.
a trowel in your
And-
in your honey pot.
in your honey pot. That's
In
it.
your honey hole, right.
That's it.
But what the point of the love languages is that you could think, let's say somebody's love language is what is it?
Gifts?
It's Gifts and then
Physical touch.
Physical touch. And what's the
Acts
one
of
about like
service.
acts of service? So
Yeah.
so maybe somebody's love language is I'm going to take the garbage out, and that's how I'm showing you how much you love me. But that other person's love language is words of affirmation. So you're waiting for someone to sit down and look in your eyes and say, "Boy, I just love you so much, and when you do this, this makes me love you even more," and blah blah blah. So you're communicating the wrong way.
Yeah, because my ex-wife told me that her love language was acts of service. So in an attempt to get her back, I joined the military.
Cut
Did it
to
work?
cut to you were dishonorably dismissed.
I was dishonorably dismissed from boot camp, and
What had you done to get dismissed so soon from boot camp?
I thought the ropes course was stupid.
Yeah.
And so what did you do?
Well,
Just gave up?
that's a
or-
good lead, but
Yeah.
but also you defected to ISIS.
Yeah.
Well, that'll get
Just for a month.
Also, I heard
I quickly sided with the other side.
A quick trip. But
I
then
was
you were
like-
dishonorably
Well,
discharged from ISIS.
They show you pictures of ISIS right when you get there, and I
and
was
you
like,
thought
"Who
that
are
was
these
like
guys?"
fun.
I was like, "Who are these guys?" So yeah, I quickly defected.
Tough stuff. All right.
Yeah, I think when you say these are the words that are a little worrying to me, I will say.
But
When
no
you s-
judgment. No judgment.
No. When you say he takes it out on you, that he's stressed out about his job, that's what I want. That's what I want you to be asking about. I think someone else. I want you to talk about what that is,
Right.
how he's manifesting it, and just get some perspective on it. Because if it's, there's shades of gray inside of that. Yeah. But you are worthy of love, clearly.
And not because of how you look.
No.
You know what I mean? I think
Totally.
I think that's the thing is when we talk about distorted viewpoints, it's like how you understand, you're looking in the mirror, you're seeing one thing,
Yeah.
but obviously the reality is something else. So
Yeah.
I think we're all walking around with a certain amount of that.
Yeah.
So it's good to have a good sounding board. If it isn't a therapist, it's a really good friend who really can give you the truth, or somebody from your church, or
Yeah, you could have that as well, but I think when you've
I
been
think
through something like an eating disorder, I think
think a
you
therapist
need
is the way to go.
someone who's trained.
Yeah.
It's in that as a specialty even.
Yeah,
there are
I
people
agree.
that specialize in that specific thing.
And if you can't find somebody in your hometown, you can always do it via Skype.
Yeah.
These people,
Yeah.
like that's a big thing now.
and in colleges too, like people
Yeah.
that are training in that as
Yeah.
well.
All
All
right.
right. Well, we love you, and
Yes.
we hope it gets better.
It will.
All right. Anything else to add, gentlemen, before we jump into Spotlight On?
No. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that felt
Thanks.
good.
That did feel good. There is something about this foursome in the clubhouse, you guys. Traveling, that's attractive to me.
Oh, you saw the camper?
Yeah, I saw the
Our
camper
clubhouse?
parked outside the
Yeah.
Salty Dog, and it's carpeted both on the walls
And on the
ceilings
outside?
and on the outside, which
Interior,
is
exterior, yeah.
which is something interesting. But there's safety in numbers. I see that. I see
And the
that.
carpet does match the mustache.
That's right, because it's the same thing.
That's right.
Because you cut a little square. All right, guys.
Okay, we're jumping into Spotlight On.
This is a segment we
We've
call
already cried, so
Spotlight On. What
this
is
is Glenn
this?
Close. Don't worry about it. This is Glenn Close
Okay.
and also Phil Collins.
Guys, you're laughing now. I know it's all fun and games in the clubhouse, right? And you're thinking, just one more round at the Salty Dog, That'll get me to forget.
Just one more Long Island.
Just one more Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced coffee for me, but yes.
I think a Long Island hot tea.
Do you guys ever talk to each other? And I mean really talk, without the bits, without the criticisms.
Once every 4 years, maybe.
You've known each other for at
Since
least
Stand By Me, Will Wheaton
Stand-
style.
Yes.
and you only speak to each other once every 4 years. I want you all to take a turn, and I want you to the person to your left, I want you to turn, look in their eye, and I want you to say something #authentic about that other person.
I love this.
Okay?
Okay, well, I'm looking at the back of his head because he's looking left.
Do I wait and receive this?
Todd,
Or do I?
I want you to
eyes to
turn
eyes
and look
to
at
eyes.
Sam.
Eyes to eyes.
Eyes to eyes. I want you to look at each other, and Sam is going to say something very #authentic to you about how he feels about you.
Well, as you know, I love you very much.
Oh, shit. He's emotional immediately.
And it was really beautiful when
Keep looking at him. You're looking away, Sam.
you shared your box of Raisin Bran with me.
Oh.
I was hungry and you fed me. My feet were dirty and you washed them.
Oh my God.
And I had no place to sleep. And well, you did kick me out. But the first two were really, really wonderful.
Wow. Now,
nice.
Todd, I want you to just keep gazing at him. Do you have anything to say to him?
We're not going to have time for them to all.
Yes,
do
we
it
are. We are
back
going to
and
have
forth.
time.
Let's have
Okay,
him move,
Todd,
move
Sam.
over.
Sam, that was.
Is it turn?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Which one do I
Go to
talk
Sam. Go to Sam. You can
No,
talk to Sam. You can talk to Sam.
Sam? Yeah. When my awful wife divorced me.
Cravy! Knock it off.
Seriously, Bill.
You're the one who offered to make me dinner when I was too depressed to get out of bed.
You're nourishing each other with food. I love that.
And you gave me an accidental food poisoning.
Okay.
But the thought was there.
That's
I
beautiful.
just want to say that you're worth everything.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, Howard, I want you to turn to Bill Cravy,
Okay.
and I want you guys to lock eyes.
Here come the waterworks.
The pipes are bursting.
Howard, I want you to say something to Bill that he's never heard, a secret about how you feel about him.
Bill, we've been,
Look at him.
Sorry. We've been friends for a really long time, and I've been through a lot of ups and downs, and the thing that I appreciate most about you is that you treat me exactly the same way every single day. Doesn't matter what my mood is, your mood is. I can count on you to
treat you like shit? He treats everybody like
Yeah,
shit.
He's my emotional rock. If there's one thing that's certain in the world, it's that Bill's going to make me, question my choices throughout a day. And it honestly, but no, it sounds crazy that would be the thing that I'd appreciate. But in a life that's so chaotic, it's nice to just know what you're going to get from somebody. And Bill, I feel like you do that for me.
Sometimes that feels like family.
Yeah. Bill, you feel like my brother.
That sucked, Howard.
Well, it's consistent at the very least.
That sucked so much.
All right, Bill, your turn.
All right, Howard. Listen, I just want to say.
Look at him. Bill, don't look at the microphone. Look at Howard.
I'm-
Don't look at me.
I'm live streaming this. Can I slip into something more comfortable?
No, Bill, keep your pants on and say something to Howard that
This is not
meaningful.
Cravy content.
Come on, Bill, get as vulnerable as us.
Okay. Listen, Howard, I'm sorry that I pushed you out of that helicopter.
It's okay.
Was that you?
Yeah. Wait, no, it wasn't.
Oh, that was somebody else?
Yeah.
Shit. I can't remember all the storylines.
Bill, this is not a story. This is your life.
Listen, a lot of times when I'm being mean to you, it's because I'm insecure. And I'm trying to distract away from what I'm really insecure about. And I know if
Which is what? Which is what, Bill?
I don't love myself.
Oh, Jippy.
Jippy.
What's Jippy?
Jippy Jippy Shimona.
What is this? This is beautiful, guys. Wow.
Wow.
We'll all be at that assembly tomorrow. That's 100% sure.
100% sure. Wow, guys.
All right, when are we turning the microphones on?
Oh, wait. Hang on. We've been recording this whole time?
We have.
Oh.
Everybody, this has been Womp It Up. For all of you out there who think men don't have real emotions, I have proof positive that they do.
If you want to write in for Listeners Love Lockdown, the email address is wompupthejams@gmail.com.
Hey, why don't we convert a wompster today? Somebody who needs feeling and healing. All right?
All right.
All right, Womp It Up, everybody.
Hey, this is Arnie from the comedy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern, a chat show I host from the magical land of Foon with my co-hosts
Usador, the Blue Wizard.
And Chunt, the shapeshifter.
Most weeks we interview adventurers,
Wedding planners.
Ambulatory trees.
but this week we have a special episode.
I am so excited to learn about the Earth lore contained in Pride and Prejudice.
We're going to do a book club of Pride and Prejudice.
And you said this is a well-loved book on Earth, right?
Yeah, it's one of those books that people love or were forced to read, or more likely it's one of those I'm gonna get to it's.
And some of our most beloved guests are returning to read the book with us and enjoy some drinks and food over book club.
We have Flower, we have Crom the Barbarian.
And Germ.
You know who they are.
Maybe you don't give a crap about what an academic thinks about Jane Austen, but don't you want to know what a wizard and a badger think about it?
Not enough spells.
Not enough grubs.
Not enough sword fights.
Whether you love Pride and Prejudice or have no interest in reading it and just want to listen to a book club go really off the rails, you'll enjoy this week's Hello from the Magic Tavern.
We shall defeat this book.